morning, students. Today I am going to start triangles. My dear, as you know, a triangle is a plane figure bounded by three line segments. A triangle is a plane figure bounded by three line segments. The line segments are AB, BC, AC, CA. So AB, BC, CA are what? The line segments. A, B, C are the vertices. Line segment. Vertices. A, B, C are the vertices. A, B, C. And in the triangle, since three sides are there, so we have three angles. The angles are angle A, angle B, angle C. You know how to write angle A as BAC, B as ABC, C as ACB. My dear, some theorems are there which you already knows. The first one is, in a triangle, the sum of all the three angles equals to 180 degree. I don't think it's need to be proved. You know it means angle A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Angles sum property. Now, you know, if in a triangle all the three sides are equal, all the three sides means AB equal BC equal AC, then angle opposite to it, that is angle A equals B equals C. For example, suppose the triangle is ABC. All are equal. AB equals to BC equals to AC. So, angle opposite to BC, angle opposite to AC, angle opposite to C, all are equal. Means angle A equals B equals C. And if they are equal, it means each one must be of 60, 60, 60. Next theorem. Just I am reminding you. The theorem was, in a triangle, if one side is produced, suppose in triangle ABC, this BC is produced to B, forming this exterior angle is what? Exterior angle ACB. So, if in triangle ABC side BC is produced to D, angle ACD is equal to the sum of opposite two interior angle, that is ACD is equal to this plus this, means angle ABC plus BAC. You know it. Just I am reminding you. So, ACD is equal to what? A plus B. Suppose AB is produced, so this exterior angle is equal to the sum of A and C. And suppose BA is produced in this direction, exterior angle this is equal to the sum of B and C. Now, my dear, we have another thing. Another thing it means we have relation between the sides and angles of a triangle. What I told you, if the sides are equal, angle opposite to it are equal. That is why in case of equilateral, all the three angles are equal. Now, suppose in triangle ABC, BC, AC, AB. I have written it in descending order. BC is the longest. Then AC, then AB. You may say AB is the shortest. So here, the angle opposite to BC, that is A, will be longer. Means since BC bigger than AC, bigger than AB, therefore angle opposite to BC is A. Angle A bigger than angle opposite to AC, that is angle B bigger than angle opposite to AB, that is C. Angle C. I repeat, in triangle ABC we have BC as the longest, then AC, then AB. So angle opposite to BC, that is A, bigger than angle opposite to AC, that is B, then angle opposite to AB, that is C. Just it can be valid in case of the reverse order. Suppose the angles are equal. Suppose the angles are bigger. For example, suppose in triangle ABC, angle A is the longest. A. Then angle B, then angle C. So side opposite to angle A, that is BC, will be the longest. Then side opposite to B, that is AC, side opposite to C, that is AB. So vice versa, in both the cases, it is satisfied. Now my dear, some terms are there. The terms are the medians. You know, medians of a triangle corresponding to any side is the line segment joining the opposite vertex to the midpoint of that side. Suppose we are going to find median against this A. So this A and D means if D is the midpoint, then AD is the median. So this AD from opposite vertex A to the midpoint of that side. Since we need to find medians against this BC, so AD will be the median, means A must connect to the midpoint of that side. So if B is the midpoint, AD is the median. Suppose here E is the midpoint of AC, BE must be the medians. And suppose this F is the midpoint of AB, this CF must be the median. Now we have the point of intersection of all the three medians. So this point of intersection G is said to be the centroid. G is centroid. And centroid means what? The point of intersection of all the three medians. Yes, all the medians are concurrent. Again I am using another term, concurrent. Means what? They are passing through the same point. AB, CF, B. All are passing through the same point G. So G is what? The centroid. And concurrent means what? They are passing through with the same point. Next is the altitude. altitude of a triangle corresponding to any side is the perpendicular drawn on it. My dear, in triangle ABC, AD is drawn perpendicular. AD is drawn perpendicular. So AD is perpendicular to BC. This BE perpendicular to AC. Now, suppose this CF perpendicular to AB. Again, a common point is there. The point of intersection of the altitudes are there. This is known as the orthocenter. Orthocenter. So, what do you mean by this orthocenter? Orthocenter is the point of intersection of all the three, what? All the three altitudes. So, orthocenter, centroid is clear to you? Now, my dear. Okay, my dear, now I am going to start congruency. Congruency, you know, two geometrical figures, especially the triangles, are said to be congruent if they have same shape and same size. For example, this triangle and this triangle are said to be congruent if by superposing one on another they exactly occupy one another. Means if you superpose this on this or this on this, they will exactly occupy. Suppose I am giving the name here ABC, DEF. So this, suppose AB and BE are equal, BC and EF are equal, this AC and DF are equal. Suppose, I repeat. So what happens if you superpose this on this AB superposed on B, they will exactly occupy one another. So frankly tell me, if ABC and DEF are congruent, can I say angle A equals to D, angle B equals to E, angle C equals to F? Of course, the answer is yes, because this exactly occupy the place of another, the space occupied by another. So my dear, you know all these, I think I have discussed in the standard 8, just it's time to remind you. So, what is the difference between congruency and similarity? In similarity, it is not necessary to have the same size. This triangle and this triangle are not congruent, but they may be similar. Why similar? Because both of them have the same shape and they are satisfying the criteria. That's why, but you can say they are not congruent. Congruent means they occupy one another. So the first criteria for congruency is SSS, side. So if all the three sides of one triangle that is ABC and DEF, suppose BC equals to EF, AB equals to DE, AC equals to this, DF. Triangle ABC congruent to triangle DEF. It means by simplicity we can say angle A equals to D, B equals to E, C equals to F. So by simplicity means corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So by simplicity corresponding part of congruent triangles are congruent. So by simplicity, angle A equals to D, B equals to E, C equals to F. The second criteria is side angle side. My dear, in side angle side, suppose again the name is ABC and DEF. Suppose I am saying AB equals to DE, BC equals to EF. Then angle must be included. Included angle means this angle B means angle made by side AB and BC. This must be equals to this. So by simplicity, we may say this equals to this. The third criteria is ASA. Angle, two angles and included side means suppose there ABC is there, DEF is there. Angle, side angle, two angles are equal. So suppose B equals to E, C equals to F. C equals to F, B equals to C, C equals to F. Then the included side is this BC. BC is the included side. BC must be equals to EF. Then triangle ABC and DEF are said to be congruent. The next criteria is AAS. My dear, the difference between ASA and AAS is here we need any two angle and any one side. But in case of ASA, we need two angles and the included side. Included means in between. The side includes by this and this angle. So in AAS, we need any two angles and one side. For example, A, B, C, D, E, F. So suppose angle A equals D, angle B equals to E. In case of ASA, we need this side DE equals to AB. But in case of AS, you need any one side. You may say this BC equals to EF. You may say AC equals to DF. But don't say AB and DE because they are included. So by AAS, we need any two angles and one side. The last one is RHS. This is valid in right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So one angle must be right, as there it is ABC, DEF, B equals to E, 90 degree, right angle. Then hypotenuse must be same. Hypotenuse means AC must be equals to DF. Now any one side, either AB equals to DE or BC equals to EF. Suppose I am saying this and this are equal. They are congruent by RHS criteria. So, I think now with the help of this, you can solve the sum based on it. Thank you.